Come on in.
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, Morgan. It's good to see you again.
How are you?
Konnichiwa.
Hola, hola. I
Hola.
got your chestnut cheesecake just for you.
Oh, if you'd like to set it on the table behind me, that would be great.
And churros.
Even better.
Yes, and churros. It's our gift to you.
Appreciate it. I do have others coming, but traffic, as you well know.
Understandable.
I
We've been there, man.
I understand.
If you'd like to come in the back, have a
So
seat.
it's been a minute since we've seen you. How have you been?
Been well. Can't complain. How are you?
I've been doing good. Been busy.
I heard. Well, let's not stand in the lobby. Let's go in the back room, shall we? Be more comfortable. All right.
I'll follow you since it's Sukasa.
Fair.
Hey, best behavior, all of you. Of course. Thank you.
Of course. People may make themselves at home at the bar or seating or whatever.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course.
Hey, you guys can hang out at the bar, or you can sit in the chairs. Oh, they got lost. Okay, it's not that difficult. Come in, welcome.
Rounding up
Have a seat
You
if
guys
you
can go take a seat. You can have a drink at the bar. And,
make
of
yourselves at
course,
home.
We will pay
Is
for
it
the
tequila?
food and drink.
Everything you could imagine, including sake, is
Oh.
here.
Hey,
gotta
mommy,
do the
let's go get
sake.
some tequila.
Okay.
Where would you like to talk?
We do not want to dictate nothing in your house, you know.
No, no worries. I mean, do you want to have more of a private setting or in the open? Is that
That would probably
sufficient?
be, yeah, that would probably be good with me and El Gato and you and the rest of your leadership.
Very well. I should have my Wakagashira and Shitaigashira arriving hopefully shortly.
Okay, works for us.
We go back in the room that no one can hear.
That sounds good.
Hey, make yourself comfortable.
Please, whichever side.
Thank you for seeing us again.
Of course. Apologies that the Oyuban is not able to be here tonight.
It is okay. It's we understand that sometimes business takes precedence.
Of course, of course. So what may I do for you?
El Gato, if you want to start.
Of course. So there are a few things we want to talk to you all about.
Very well.
One of the first things on my mind is to close out one of our past deals.
Very well.
As you know, we were, upping our game in our trafficking business, and we're looking to finalize a purchase of some port identification badges, which I believe you do, correct?
Correct. You needed 4 of them.
Yes, that sounds about right.
They are all done.
As well as, I believe we asked for 1 or 2 ghosted cars.
Correct. No problem there at all. They are done as well.
Awesome. Yes. So, we wanted to come by to finalize that deal. Get the money rolling and get some of those items out of your hands and out.
Easy enough.
Business.
I can go grab the port passes. They're up in the office upstairs if you give me just a moment.
Yes, absolutely. You can take your time.
I will be right back. Pardon me.
morgen.
Hello.
Hello.
Our guests are here. All right.
What? No, yeah.
Here you are, fella.
Oh, how do those look, man? Oh, you want me to open it?
But yeah, look through real quick, El Gato. Make sure it's all good and it is what we need and what we needed for the plan for you.
Oh wow, these look very well made.
Yeah, we gotta get in on this shit, man.
Now, question with these.
Yes, please.
Do they work the same as fake IDs where it comes with a
All of
attached
them
ID?
are day passes, so they get you 24 hours of service or access to an actual container that is located there. But it gives you access to the port facility where everything comes in. All you need to do is show them, they'll be scanned, they will be legitimate, you'll have no issue.
It works for us.
Yeah, no, I don't want the port authority or JetSam catching on to anything.
You won't. I'm fully up inside of their network, so
Oh,
I'll even scrub the camera footage when you're done.
Perfect, perfect.
well, I mean, since you mention it, if we want to step back inside the
Sure?
I forget what you call it, but if we want to step back inside, that leads me sort of to our next point
Very well.
to talk about.
One moment. The 2 ghost cars that we have procured and ready and available down the garage, pull them into the garage down in the basement, get them situated for them to retrieve when they're done here.
Understood.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'm just going to stand. It's been an awkward day of sitting.
No, you can. It is your house. We can. We'll follow you.
And he's prepping your cars down in the garage right now.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Thank you, thank you.
Of course. What other concerns did you have?
Arigato gozaimasu, I think is how you say.
Very good.
Thank you.
Oh,
I've been studying.
Angel knows a little bit of.
Yeah.
what's that?
Very good.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. And then, did we bring anything else for them, Elgato?
You do not need to. You're fine. But what other what other needs did you have?
We are very aware that you guys have a vast collection of knowledge and intel across many different areas. So we wanted to see if you guys perhaps did any intel on some of the other gangs.
Any specific one?
Some tensions have been rising. We just want to know if there's anything we should worry about when it comes to our South Los Santos friends and the families in Bolas.
We do not have any relations with them, so there will not be any issues.
Okay. Yes,
What about
well,
the other MC, man?
The Lost?
No, not the Lost. It's
The Reapers?
yes, a Reaper's poison.
No worries there at all.
Okay.
Is there by chance any information you have on Reaper's poison gang?
Do not know much about them other than the shit that they were doing prior in the year with the Lost, and your group, I believe, was involved as well as the Ballers
Yep.
against them and such. That's the only predicament that I'm aware of. I do know that we did only have one meeting with them on our turf over in Chumash, and it was very lackluster, very unprepared. they're not very professional.
Okay. Well,
Other-
if any information for any of those three comes across for you, we will pay handsomely for it.
Understood.
We understand nothing is free, and we'll be willing to pay a pretty substantial price for good information.
Understand. Should not be too hard to procure it.
Knowledge is the premium currency nowadays.
Power is premium currency.
Yeah, that
Uh,
too. You know, we got.
Well, I believe that is all the business that we had, at least pre-planned. Is there anything else you need to talk to them about, Delgado?
Oh, I was going to mention the same thing we talked to the others about.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense too. I don't think it'll be an issue with them either.
Okay. Speaking of power, I'd like to consider that in this room we have two very powerful gangs together, and we would love the opportunity to expand this friendship
Organizations.
and continue our business into a state of truce if you all would be interested.
I don't see why that would be anything but interesting, to be honest. I think the reputation and the rapport that we have brokered upon one another has been very blessed. And I do not think that the Oyubun would have anything negative to say of that either. But understand, that is somebody that I will need to speak to about that.
Of course.
But I do not foresee it as an issue.
Please take it to the rest of your leadership. Of course, I hope to hear from either you or Kyung sometime in the future about
Aye?
what you guys are thinking about it. But we would love to have you guys on our side of the court.
Consider it done.
And maybe next time we can host at our place.
We would like that.
One
That would be
other
great.
guest.
The
appreciate
documents,
it.
the documentations that I've given you, and the vehicles that I will give you as well, will not require any kind of currency or money to be exchanged. They are simply a gift from my organization to yours.
Oh, well, we very much appreciate that. Are you sure we came prepared to pay for?
I want you to see how
services?
I want you to see how robust and utilized our services can be. And by doing that at no cost to you, shows an upfront cost to us that I hope you can respect.
Absolutely.
Of course,
But,
we very much appreciate it.
Of course.
I can see this going a long way.
I think things have been very wonderful so far.
Thank you. It is a pleasure once again doing business.
Pleasure is mine, gentlemen.
Always great to see you all. I do think we must be getting back to Jamestown now.
Understood. The Ballas, if you are having discrepancies with them, they have turf directly across the street from here.
Oh, it's good to know. Okay. Well, that's good information.
Very
We
good.
appreciate it, and we'll put it to good use.
Perfect. And should you have any other needs, please let me know.
Absolutely, and you with us.
Got it. Let's go down to the
Okay,
garage,
other
shall we?
people? Sure.
Hello. Welcome. Just in time to be at the fucking end.
I did try my best. The traffic, of course, in the
I-
city's just.
I informed them of that. Mr. Riku, would you like to introduce yourself?
Gentlemen, my name is Riku Nira. I am Wakagashira for the family here.
It is a
you.
pleasure to meet you.
And yours.
I am Angel Diaz. I am the Jefeito over in the Los Santos Vagos. And this is my right-hand man. He can introduce himself.
See, Justin El Gato. I'm the Capitan. It's been a pleasure working with all of you.
Absolutely. We appreciate all of the products you are gifting us today. And as we were speaking with your colleague here, we look forward to expanding in the future the ventures between the Vagos and the Zero Yōnin.
Ah, same. Curious what prospects will be brought forth.
Only good things, my friend.
The very best of things. And then Riku, who is to your... Go ahead and sound off with your names as well, gentlemen.
In the middle, I am Ishihara Hironaka.
And I am Akiyama Masata.
It's a pleasure to meet you both.
It's a pleasure and an honor.
Are the cars good?
Indeed, they are good.
Alright. Let's go down there and have a look, shall we? And are you still in the need for a Benson type vehicle as well?
I believe so.
Yeah. All vehicles are good right now.
Very well.
We're gonna need to use them. Hey,
Anything
vatos,
with transport capacity.
let's go.
Indeed. Well, let's go down to the garage and get you into your new cars.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Pardon me.
Hey, whoever is the most junior one, put $200 on the bar.
Make sure they know to come down here.
Of course.
Down here.
Downstairs, gentlemen. Down.
Sick. Here you are.
These are beautiful cars.
They're fully ghosted. There's not a serial number on any aspect, on any part or component to the vehicles that you see in front of you. They've all been calibrated, computer reprogrammed, everything.
Look,
Not at all. They're yours.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And I'm going to take a look at the cars as well. They look fabulous.
Please help yourself.
Hey, put that thing away. Yes, sir.
oh, sorry. I didn't realize it was that big.
Looks good. Woo,
Beautiful car.
beautiful.
I'm dying with this
Let me
fucking
get a closer
post.
look. Let me get a closer look. What are you?
Oh, I'm dying.
We graciously accept the cars again.
Perfect. Good. Take them with you, but be careful because there's no plates or identifying badges of any sort, so
Yeah, we will get them home safe.
I believe you will. Do you have the keys for them?
If you have them, we can take them. If not, we can make it work.
I do have the keys, yes.
Perfect. Would you go situate? Thank you.
Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu.
Of course.
Okay. Who do you want to take the new cars home?
Yeah, anybody but Julio.
Hey,
What?
me?
That means Juan.
Okay, you're one.
Yeah, let these two take it.
And
That'll
you're
be
two.
fine.
Oh, I don't know if you should trust him.
Hey, you're gonna stay in the middle of the pack, okay?
I got a little bit left.
Where are you going, man?
What, after me? I thought you wanted the other guy.
Yeah, both of you.
You.
Oh, shoot. my car then. I unlocked it. Here's my keys.
That does sound good.
Indeed, it does.
I hit the wrong button on the keys. Thank you.
Au revoir. Oh boy. That's some lag. Oh boy.
Under the radar works well for them.
I
Mm-hmm.
do not believe so, no.
Decided we would give them those as a token. Investment yields returns generally when done correctly.
Understandable. We have had past engagements with them, so I see no reason why we shouldn't take advantage of our relationship.
Very good. They also were given passes to the port as well that I had procured.
Very good. Are we to expect any issues out of this? That is my only concern.
I don't believe so. We were not asked to participate in any of their festivities, so nor would I.
I'm willing to bet those sirens are for them.
I was just about to ask if we think those might be them getting pulled over.
It is completely possible. Kind of impossible to miss them. So, a new boy. Come forward. Do you tell me your name again?
Yes, my name is Akiyama Masaki.
Akiyama. I'm Morgan Svetlana, the Psycho Kumon of Zero Yōnin. The right hand to the Oyabun.
And it is a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure. Riku, introduce yourself to him, will you?
As previously mentioned, I am Riku Nira, Wakagashira for the family. Pleasure to meet you.
Wise like wise.
Perfect. We do not typically wear red.
My apologies,
You are fine. You've done nothing incorrect. You were not aware. Black and white, those are our colors. I don't mind if you wear a little. Just don't deck yourself out in it, alright?
Absolutely, I am definitely in by the clothing store and get that fixed.
Very good. Where do you reside currently?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Could you say that again?
Yes, where do you reside currently?
Currently reside in the Vinewood Hills.
Perfect. Are you financially stable?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Perfect. Any questions, Riku?
None that I don't believe won't be answered in the short time here.
Very well. Well, I do appreciate the three of you situating yourself here. There's cake and churros on the front counter, should you want any.
Well, I do appreciate their gesture. I do not partake in sweets.
I don't typically either.
What exactly was the business about, other than the cars? Was there anything else?
To get the port passes from prior business, just getting it cleaned up. And then the procurement of the 2 ghost vehicles as well.
I do believe I remember them mentioning the potential for needing the passes Sato that showed up? I can't.
Correct. Angel was not here.
Yes.
But relations have definitely improved, and I think our generous offering will demonstrate a prosperous one at that. So, good things, yeah?
At least, yes, at least we're spreading our names, to say the least.
Correct. Seems that they do have some tensions brewing with the Ballas and families, so make sure that if we see any of our people that they're made aware of that area and how tensions could filter themselves upon them.
Hopefully we can keep our hands clean of any of their business.
We shall see. We're
From my
generally
knowledge,
good at doing that, so yes.
from my knowledge of today, they are in active war with the Ballas.
Good to know.
There was a big shootout and someone set something on fire, so just keep aware of that.
Very well. I did inform them that the location directly behind you, Riku, that park over there, is Bala territory, so part of their turf. So we'll need to make fucking certain that if any transgressions happen over there, as a result of that conflict, that its position to us is not approved.
That shouldn't be an issue to vocalize our standing
I don't believe so.
situation.
Because now we've created a sense of owing towards us for our generosity. You see what I mean?
Of course, yes. And I don't believe the Ballas would be stupid enough to try and piss us off.
You never know. Let's go inside.
It's true.
We'll go upstairs to the very top floor. To the end of the table, please. Everyone's make sure that you're speaking loudly. Tell us about who you are.
Yes, so my name is, like I said, Akiyama Aki. I recently came from Japan roughly 2 years ago. Had business ventures there, specifically in the bar as well as the car trading, as well as modification business over there. Made quite a lot of income doing that. Decided to come over here, start trying to pursue the same business ventures over here. Such has been not as successful as it was back home. Currently working on trying to get those more upstarted like they were back home. And that's how I landed here. Attempt to expand my business, and I feel like having like-minded individuals from the same homeland is a wonderful start.
Great. So you said you've been here for a couple of years.
Yes, ma'am, about a year and a half.
Very well. And how did you come to hear about Zero Yōnin?
It was, I actually noticed y'all out and about and just driving through the city, you know, being inside the car business. I know that is sometimes some ventures that y'all may take. So the name kind of popped up, and I did a little more research of what I could of what very little public knowledge there is to know about the Zero Yōnin, and figured it was best to come approach face to face to really truly learn about what the Zero Yōnin is.
Fair. We are an offset of Japanese Yakuza with a different name set. Here in the States, we operate this record company as a front. Triad Records, as you very well know, is Chinese. The word triad. We don't often tell people in any capacity unless there's garnished trust that has been forged as to what our actual name is. That would be something very well versed for you to understand, especially for comprehension's sake.
And to enforce that one fact, we have had an individual who has failed to keep that name to himself, and he has paid the price for it.
Yubatsumi is some tradition that we definitely do for offenses against the family. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, ma'am, wholeheartedly. I am
Good.
very capable of keeping my mouth shut, keeping all secrets and ties away from any sort of higher business.
Perfect. The Oyubun is Kyung Sun Lee. She's not here today, obviously. I believe she went out of country for a few. Should be returning, hopefully, by next week.
I look forward to meeting her.
The other people of power in the family that are not here currently are Yoshiro and Ichiro. They're both Shitai Gashira, second lieutenants. They work directly underneath Mr. Riku here. What kind of skills do you have?
So, like I stated, my main skill set definitely comes with the automotive realm of business. I am very well at. I ran a front back in Japan of a similar to what this record company is in terms of companies. I ran a front back in Japan of a actually a apologies, it was a massage parlor, but it was actually an automotive shop. My
Interesting.
focus lies in automotive.
Are you a good driver?
Yes, ma'am. I do not like to be brash, but I do claim myself as one of the best.
Perfect. Any family, wife, children, parents here in San Andreas?
All family ties are back in Japan. I have no any sort of relations with any spouse, children, family, anything. They are all back in Japan.
Very well. Do you have any family parts of the Yakuza back on the mainland of Japan?
Myself and my brother run the same business. We work together on our business, but we have no official ties to the Yakuza back in Japan.
Very well. Riku, do you have any questions? Please ask.
The research you did. Run it by me, please. I care to know what exactly you did to obtain the information that you did about us, regardless of how little it was. See, our operations being run secretly is of the utmost concern to us, so the fact you were able to find anything about us, obviously we expect there to be news snippets and everything from incidences in which we may have been tied to, but as far as I know, we have yet to actually be officially correlated to anything, so I want to know how you managed to put the pieces together yourself.
Well, my main, I will say, when I came to this record company, I was half expecting to find an actual record label producing company, or I was half expecting to find what I have seemed to find today. I will say, since I do live near the area in the Vinewood Hills, but I do come down this way because this is a quite high traffic area for quite a lot of, upper end vehicles that can definitely be outsourced for automotive work and business. I saw the multitude of high end vehicles and the constant stream of, I guess, let's say, business coming from this building. So I had a slight hunch of whether this could possibly be a business front that I would like to venture that would have similar interest from the homeland, or whether this would be a proper label company. And I was happy to find that my second assumption was the correct one.
What kind of business would you say that we were conducting that got your attention?
Well, like today, there was, of course, a street gang inside, in the parking lot, and the other cars are way too noticeable, if we're just being quite frank here. And I knew that any sort of really record label would very. My assumption was the doubt that a street gang would be at a record label of Chinese origin was pretty minimal and didn't seem very.
It wasn't ordinary.
Yes, that is the correct word.
What if I were to tell you that that is actually quite ordinary for us as a record company? Not even as the family, but as a record company. We have all sorts of individuals. Our Chinese namesake has absolutely nothing to do with our actual customer base. We have relatively high profile individuals come through all the time with purely the intention of producing records. So you seem to have been making a lot of very bold and brash assumptions. I'm surprised your cards played out as well as they did.
You and me both, sir. You and me both. If we were to turn it into a percentage-wise assumption, I will say my assumption of it being a peer record label were roughly 95%. I will say I am a man of pretty high education, and math and calculations and ratios are a subset of mine that I do like to employ when conducting business.
Mr. Ishii, what do you think?
I'm still trying to process it, since we do very well at covering all of our steps and footprints.
See,
But at
that
the
is
same
my
time,
concern as well.
But at the same time, if he's able to find out who we are, then he might have some potential and skills that could be useful to the family.
Mm-hmm.
I will need to know exactly how you found out who we are, so that I may do what I do on my end. Because, a little history for you and your giant brain. This family was under investigation for roughly 6 months by the Los Santos Police Department and the criminal gang investigation units. Undercovers, you name it. Full raids upon us. Never once did either of them ever know that we are called Yōnin. Not even to this day. Everything we do professionally.
Excuse me,
We
Mr.
do with cause, and we do correctly. We're very quiet, or as the Americans like to say, very stealth. So it will cause concern, as you can see in this room, to how you found the name.
Alright, I'm gonna have to ask you. You're gonna answer very truthfully, just to double check everything you've said. Please run me by how you found us one more time. If you fail to uphold your story word for word, more or less, with what you have just previously told us, I will put a bullet in your head right here and now.
Well, like I said, with my assumptions and ratios, like I said, 95% was an assumption that this was a pure record label company. The other 5% was almost a hope, in a sense, that this could possibly be a business opportunity with shared interest from the motherland.
And the actions in which we were partaking in that led you to us.
Like I said, the automotive business is my specialty. This area has quite a number of high-end vehicles that are perfect for exporting modifications in any sort of other automotive business, selling, shopping, anything of that nature. And as I said, I live in the Vinewood Hills and I come down into this area quite often. And just by venture of passing by, I've been here for a year and a half. The, I guess, quote unquote, dealings with other, as shall we say, gangs might have drawn my attention a little bit more than what would have previously I just assumed to be an office building.
Family. Origin.
Origin, Japan. Was born 1995, July 30th. Born in Japan, family, father, mother, still alive, living in Japan. Brother, running the automotive business that we started back in Japan. No wife, no children. I am by myself. No one else is in America besides me, a part of my family.
Criminal record.
Clean as a whistle, sir.
That will be double checked. Affiliation stateside.
No affiliations, sir. Proud businessman myself. Self-owned.
Miss Morgan?
You may release the weapon, put it to your side. This is what we like to consider a vetting process. So something everyone who wishes to be a part of our family goes through every time. This one is a little bit different though, because we're doing it here. You've impressed upon me in a way, so you will live. If you ever defy this family in any capacity, or dishonor its name, or those who lead it, I'll kill you myself, with a smile and a giggle. I'll ruin you digitally, all around the world, and your name. So let's not go to that unhappy place, alright?
I would expect nothing less.
If you can pass your recruitment time frame, then it would be good to see you rise into a Shatai, and upwards from there. Your fate in this family is determined by your actions for it. We do not join conceited behavior. We work together to achieve and prosper and protect. Oh, we protect. And everything we do very quietly, like I have informed you. We have many locations all around the state now, especially down here in the city. We import cars directly from our suppliers in Japan. They'd have no serial numbers, nothing on the frame, chassis, any electronic, nothing. They're blank canvases. We reprogram their computers here on site down at our dock location. And we transfer them to our clientele who has a need for not driving shit that gets them known. That makes sense. Which it should, given what you stated.
Absolutely. Crystal clear.
What questions do you have for us?
At this time, I have no current questions. I would definitely please to work myself up in the ranks and, if possible, gravitate more towards the automotive side of the business that you conduct, as that is my background and knowledge.
You've had a weapon pointed at your face before, haven't you?
Sadly, a number of times.
Did you say never?
Sadly, a number of times.
Oh, very good. Very well.
That would explain your composure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, I have no official direct ties to Japan. I have been approached one very too many times.
Understand that. Now, as you can see, I am not Japanese. I am a descendant from a whole lot of different cultures and education. And like you, I was brought up in the same to the position to which I hold now. Was the right hand of the prior Oyubun Yashiro. Yoshi was his name. He has since returned back to Japan, and Kyung has been risen to the rank of him and is in control of the family. Respect will be at the forefront of everything you do. This family will never ask you to put yourself into a position we do not believe is just. And should you have questions of any form, please let one of us know so that we may answer them. But I do expect you to be here, putting in the work, assisting with our efforts, and showing your purpose, your cause, and the brevity of your word. Very well.
Very well, I am to
Perfect.
make myself a respectable, worthy man in this lovely family.
Does anyone here have any complaints about bringing him in as a recruiter?
I do not know.
I have nothing.
Welcome then.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. That will be it for me then.
I do have one further subject.
Please.
If we are done here, I would like you to follow me, Mr. I'm sorry. I already forgot your name. It's been a long day.
It's Akiyama.
Mr. Akiyama. Do you have a personal firearm to begin with?
At this time, no.
That will be rectified immediately in two ways. You will personally go out and procure yourself a legally authorized to carry firearm, and that is to be kept on you at all times, just for general use when you can use it in the event that you get into trouble in which you believe you can legally get away with it, such as self-defense. Your other firearm, which I shall be giving you shortly, is unregistered, has no serial number, and you shall not be caught with it on your person at any point in time.
I'll be right back.
Obviously, should you be, the consequences are up to you